We're Kseniya and Oleg, four-time U.S. national competitors whose goal is to make Team USA and represent the U.S. at international competitions. We'll share with you what we learn along the way, so let's make this journey together.
Hi everyone!
Today we're going to be showing you a new skating element. What are we showing today, Kseniya?
Today we will show you how to do a bracket.
But first, we'd like to thank Kim and Robin for their support of our skating.
Thank you guys!
Alright, let's go show them. Of the 1-foot turns, brackets are among the hardest to do cleanly. They require regular, consistent, and persistent practice to be able to do well. You have to be comfortable with rising and pressing on deep forward and backward, outside and inside edges. If you're struggling with said edges, check out our Skating Essentials playlist. You have to bring your heel through enough so that you can exit on the correct edge. With the forward outside brackets, if you don't bring the heel through enough as you rise to turn, you will end up starting the exit edge on a backward outside edge instead of right away on a backward inside edge. A common mistake is to be loose with the upper body. This will prevent you from having a good exit edge. The upper body has to cross-check. It happens like this. You do your entry edge through your skating shoulder and with your free shoulder checked back. As you rise to turn, you bring your free shoulder through and check your skating shoulder back. Without the correct upper body action, doing the bracket cleanly is very difficult, so make sure that you do correct upper body action. A common mistake is to do the entry edge with the hips and shoulders square. Don't stick your hips out. If you do, it will make it harder to do the correct edges. Instead, maintain an axis from your shoulders to your hips to your skating heel. Don't force the turn. Even if you manage to turn, it will look awkward. Instead, press and bend the knee and ankle of the skating foot as you near the point of the turn. When you reach the point of maximum pressure, rise and turn. Here we see how the pressure is spread out throughout the bracket. Notice that the minimum amount of pressure is in the bracket at the point of the turn. However, you still have to maintain enough pressure to be able to do the correct turn action instead of jumping it. This is an approximation to where you need to keep the maximum pressure in your foot. Press into your knee and ankle and skate in through your heel on a forward outside edge. Rise and turn on the ball of your foot. Press and exit skating through your heel on a solid backward inside edge. Avoid leaning with your shoulders when pressing into the entry edge, as this will make a wild, unattractive turn. Instead, keep your head and chest up. Avoid going on your toe when doing the turn. A common mistake is to get up on the toe pick when rising for the turn or on the exit edge. Now let's look at some bracket tracings. Here we see a correct bracket pattern. Good entry and exit edges, the turn isn't scraped or jumped, and no incorrect edge changes. Note that while the tracing is correct, you may still fail to get the bracket if you don't show your edges cleanly from the lean of your skate in the entry and exit edges. Also, you have to have smooth knee and ankle action. If you turn too abruptly, it may leave the impression that you forced it. Here we see a bracket that was turned too soon. As a result, the bracket isn't checked and ends up flying out on the exit edge. This can also happen if the skater doesn't bring the heel through enough when rising and turning. This is a common mistake when learning the bracket. It can also happen if the skater fails to check the bracket as they rise for the turn. The edges here will be considered flat in real life. If your bracket isn't a clean turn from a distance, with clear entry and exit edges, then it won't count. Here we see a bracket that was a little overskated. This is usually enough to get a skater to change to an incorrect edge before or after the turn. This is how you end up with rocker-like brackets. That is, the entry and exit edges are like the bracket, but the turn is like a rocker. The skater overskates the forward outside edge, changing to a forward inside edge before the turn. This is how you end up with counter-like brackets. The skater doesn't bring the heel through enough and exits on a backward outside edge before changing back to the backward inside edge. Not doing the correct upper body action will also lead to rocker-like or counter-like brackets. All of the usual rules for doing clean turns apply here as well. Work on your upper body twists off ice. Don't tense up. Your arms should be strong but not stiff. Maintain a solid core. Keep your knee and ankle action smooth and continuous. And don't look down. To be clear, you don't have to have super deep edges or lobes. What you need to have is continuous and unambiguous edges and lobes. There's being able to do turns, and then there's doing clean and clear edges with correct turn action, no scratching, and smooth knees and ankles. Doing clean turns is very difficult and takes a lot of time, patience, hard work, and regular practice. So don't let it frustrate you. Proper technique practiced consistently and regularly will get you there. Hey everyone, we really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and click on the subscribe to subscribe for more videos. Alright, see ya next time!